Alright, so what's going on guys, it's Cartel here and welcome back to another video. This time we're back with another Call of Duty Zombies video, and in this one we're going to be ranking every single PERK-A-COLA from worst to best. So keep in mind, everything said in this video is my opinion and my opinion only, so if you guys disagree with me, make sure to comment your worst to best perks in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read through all of those. Personally, I don't think there are any bad perks, but you know, if we have to rank them worst to best, this is what we're going to do. So make sure if you guys haven't already to absolutely smash the subscribe button and to ding dong the notification bell for updates on future content such as live streams and videos. And if you do enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like down below and share with all your friends. But without further ado, let's get into this. Right, so starting off with the perk that I've chosen to be the absolute worst perk in all of Zombies. This perk is known as Chugabud, but it's also known as Who's Who, and it pretty much was only featured on one map, and that map is Die Dies. And yeah, you could buy it for 2,000 points, and pretty much what it would allow you to do is to spawn into the map as a clone of yourself once you're down, and you can either revive yourself and get all your perks and all your weapons back, or you could go on and live a new life and buy perks and stuff. But you know, pretty much, you know, this acted like quick revive. The only thing is they kind of made it so low in this list, and is pretty much on high rounds it was pretty much useless. You just died instantly after you spawned in, which was horrible. So you know, Who's Who, worst perk. Let's move on. So coming in at the second worst perk of all Zombies is Tombstone Soda. Now this perk only appeared on the map that it shall not be named, and it also appeared on Town, which was kind of a small survival map, so I don't know if you could really count that as its own kind of individual map. But you know, pretty much what Tombstone would allow you to do is once you're downed on co-op matches, you'd actually be able to come back in and reclaim your Tombstone, which would give you all your perks bar Tombstone and all your guns back. However, the kind of main problem with this is your Tombstone actually despawned if you didn't get it quick enough, and Transit, I just named it, sorry guys, being such a big map, you know, trying to get your Tombstone back if your friends weren't near it was just an absolute pain in the ass. So you know, it really wasn't that great, but it was a good idea, and with a couple of tweaks it could be made a lot better. But we did see Gobblegum variants of this in Black Ops 3, so which were actually a lot better. So you know, Tombstone Soda, that's what it is. Sorry Tombstone, you had a great perk jingle, but you're second worst. See you later. Coming in next as the third worst perk in all of Zombies is actually going to be a very controversial perk, but let me give my reasons for this. And the perk is actually Quick Revive. So personally, as a solo player, I don't like to use Quick Revive a lot. In fact, I don't really use it at all. But you know, in co-op, it's really good for kind of speed runs and Easter eggs, because you can get your teammates up really fast and stuff. So there definitely is a place for Quick Revive, and I know it's good for kind of players that don't mind kind of downing and coming back up in solo games. But for me, I don't like to use it. I'd prefer to take perks that can actually help me stay alive and give me abilities whilst I'm alive. So, you know, that's just my opinion. I know Quick Revive, a lot of people are going to be arguing about this, or they're going to be like, Quick Revive's best perk ever! But, you know, this is just my opinion. I just prefer perks that actually help me stay alive and give me abilities in-game. You know, in co-op, it does do a good job for Easter egg runs, and I do believe there is a place for Quick Revive, especially for players that do like to be given that second chance on co-op. But personally, you know, even when you're on high rounds and solo, like, if you're down, like, getting back up, like, you know, reviving, recovering from that down can be absolutely like atrocious, and a lot of the time you just don't recover from it. So that's why I choose to actually get something that will help me keep myself alive. And yeah, Quick Revive, third worst perk. Let's just move on. Right, so coming in next is actually going to be Deadshot Daki. Now this was almost ranked just below Quick Revive, but after doing some research, I actually found it was it's actually a much better perk than what you and I probably think it is. So I hope this can actually enlighten you guys and make you want to use Deadshot a lot more in the future. But pretty much what Deadshot does, which everyone knows, is it pretty much gives you better accuracy. So it actually helps you aim for headshots, and this only works on consoles or with controllers or with all aim. So on PC, which I play on quite a lot, it's actually pretty useless. But what it also does, which not a lot of people actually know about, is it reduces the size of your crosshair by 35%. It also reduces your kind of recoil and stuff, and it does extra headshot damage. So for those reasons, you know, I think Deadshot is actually a much better perk than what I initially thought it was. And you know, for games like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, like, a lot of the weapons have lots of recoil, like the RPD, like the AK-74U, like, there's just so much recoil in those games. So Deadshot, you know, it really helps you improve your hip fire, all that sort of stuff. It can be good for in the Giant. Like, that's where I'm going to personally start using it a lot more, because normally I have trouble finding my fourth perk. I always choose Jug, Speed Core, Double Tap, but I don't, as I said, I don't really like Quick Revive. And then Mule Kick, you know, Mule Kick can can be good sometimes, but for switching out weapons, it can be an absolute pain. So Deadshot is actually a lot better than what I thought. So yeah, I think it deserves to be above Quick Revive, and you know, let me know what you guys think. So coming in next is going to be Mule Kick. So I don't think I really need to explain what Mule Kick does. It gives you 3 weapons, for if you didn't know, and yeah, it costs 4,000 points, and it can be a bit of a pain switching your weapons. So I do think Mule Kick is probably not the best perk, and especially because of the price, but I do think it is a decent perk, especially like if you're wanting to have extra guns, because 2 guns, it isn't always enough. But one of the downsides of Mule Kick is actually that when you're down, you actually lose your 3rd weapon, and it doesn't tell you what weapon is your 3rd weapon, so you just have to kind of keep in mind in your head what weapon is your 3rd weapon. So Mule Kick is a decent perk, but it's not a great perk, so it's just kind of under the halfway line. So yeah, Mule Kick, this is what it is. Alright, so just after Mule Kick, we have Electric Cherry. Electric Cherry, get it? Mother dead. But Electric Cherry is actually a pretty good perk, you know, it's pretty cool, has a really good icon, doesn't have a perk jingle, so get a downside for me. Yeah, Electric Cherry is good. When you reload, it basically electrocutes zombies around you and kind of stuns them for a little bit. But apart from that, Electric Cherry is a pretty basic perk. It's a good perk on Mother Dead because there's only kind of really 4 good perks. I mean, Deadshot's good, as I've kind of said, but you know, if I was going to choose 4 perks, it'd be Speed Cola, Electric Cherry, Juggernaut, and Double Tap 2.0. So Electric Cherry, you know, it's just under halfway. Again, it's a good perk, but it's not a great perk. Coming in at the halfway mark, it's got to be Double Tap 1.0. So if you guys didn't know, there are actually 2 versions of Double Tap in Call of Duty Zombies. The first version actually increases your rate of fire, which is really useful for in games like World at War and Black Ops, because in World at War, a lot of the weapons have extremely slow fire rates. So when you get like an MP40 in Double Tap 2.0 or 1.0, sorry, Double Tap 1.0 with the MP40, it just makes you feel like an absolute beast, especially with guns like the Browning and kind of other slow fire rate weapons. And you know, in Black Ops 1 there's a lot of kind of weapons that it does help as well, but it does also increase the recoil. So it's not an amazing perk, but it is really good for you know, World at War and Black Ops 1, so for that reason it gets the halfway spot. So the first perk in the second half of this list is actually going to be Speed Cola. So if you didn't know what Speed Cola does, it basically makes you reload faster, and then it also allows you to repair barriers faster. So Speed Cola, you know, it has a basic function, but it's a very useful function nonetheless, and it's a perk that is always going to be loved in the hearts of true Zombies fans. So it's an OG perk, it's a very good, it has a good, you know, it has a good aesthetic, the perk machine looks really cool. It's 3,000 points, which is a fair price, and then you know, it has a good perk jingle, so it's just over halfway. Alright, so next, just after Speed Cola, we have Stamina Up. Now, Stamina Up to me is actually one of my favourite perks because I just love it. I'm a runner, so you know, being able to run faster and for longer, it's just all about what I'm all about in zombies. Especially for me, I like to train a lot, so being able to kind of run faster and for longer, it's just an absolute godsend. And also for like maps that are just absolutely huge, like Shadows or Call of the Dead or even Transit, just Stamina Up is an absolute essential perk. So for me, you know, it has a decent theme tune, it's a good aesthetic, it has that orange colour. So for me, you know, Stamina Up, it's a sports drink, you know, just Stamina Up. They deserve this spot. So need I say anymore? First perk entering the top 5 territory is actually going to be Double Tap 2.0, and pretty much what this does is it allows you to do double damage. So it makes every bullet kind of do the damage of 2 bullets, which is actually shown in the perk icon, which you may be able to see up here. Is it? No, it's up here. I did that wrong twice, but yeah, Double Tap 2.0 is really good. It's a really useful perk, especially in Black Ops 2. That's where it was first introduced, with a map that cannot be named and Nuketown Zombies. It was really useful in Black Ops 2, and in Black Ops 3 it's not as useful because we have double Pack-a-Punch, but still a lot of people would love to use it, and it is a really useful perk. Doubling your damage is always going to be a bonus, and as basic as it is just amazing. So it gets the 5th best spot for you know, all the perks. It's the 5th best perk basically. So yeah. Well, let's move on. So coming in as the 4th best perk is actually going to be Juggernaut, and then this is actually one of the OG perks. It's the highest standing OG perk in this list, and yeah, pretty much what it does is it gives you more health, so you can get 5 hits instead of the kind of usual 2 hits in Call of Duty Black Ops 1, 2, World War, and the usual 3 hits in Black Ops 3. But yeah, Juggernaut gives you more health. I was actually going to make this first, but I thought there's other perks that are better to keep me alive, because in Black Ops 1, in World War, and Black Ops 2, the zombies actually has this kind of, they have this big pool, so they can pull you into the crowds, and you can easily get those 5 hits done within only a couple of seconds. So Juggernaut, 4th best perk, I think it deserves it, and yeah, let's move on. So claiming the bronze medal, we have PhD Flopper. Now this is a fan loved perk, it's much loved within the community, and pretty much what it allows you to do is it takes away all explosive damage, all foul damage, and it also allows you to dolphin dive with a big explosive burst, which actually can kill zombies within the radius. So PhD, it is what it is, it's a great perk, it can really save you in lots of different situations. But the reason I kind of ranked it as the 3rd place is because you have to manually use it, so it does require a little bit of skill, you know, with your N1911s, your Mustang Sally, your ray gun. It's a great perk, and it allows you to use guns that otherwise you would never ever think about using in zombies. So for that reason, it does get 3rd spot. I love the perk, I kind of want to make it first. This was up in the running with first, but you know, PhD, I decided that it deserves the bronze. So let's just get on to 2nd place. Okay, so getting the silver medal, it has to be Vulture Raid Elixir. So Vulture Raid was only featured on the map Buried, and pretty much it did quite a few things. It pretty much had the abilities of Alchemical and In Plain Sight, and yeah, it also gave you points. So pretty much what happened with Vulture Raid is when you killed zombies, they would drop pouches of ammo and points, which allowed you to get more ammo back, and it gave you extra points. Also, when you killed zombies, you'd also get green mist every so often, which you could hide in, and it would basically give you a kind of in plain sight effect where all the zombies would ignore you for a little while. So this perk was really great for camping, it was really just great in general for getting ammo back, especially with the Mark II, because the Mark II was first introduced in Buried, but didn't really have a lot of ammo, so getting your ammo back for the Mark II was great. And yeah, Vulture Raid was never really in the run for first, but always had second, so yeah, it's weird how things turn out. But let's move on to the best perk in the game. Right, so the perk that we have labelled as the absolute best perk in Call of Duty Zombies as of 2018, before Black Ops 4 is released, it has to be Widow's Wine. So this perk was first featured on Shadows of Evil, and pretty much what it allows you to do is when you're training, you know, if you get hit by a zombie, you get surrounded, it pretty much releases this kind of big cobweb, and it stuns all the zombies around you. So all the zombies will be stuck, they can't damage you, they'll be stuck there for like maybe 10-20 seconds, and it allows you to clear a path and just get out of the most kind of the kind of worst situations that could possibly happen, as long as you have grenades in your inventory. So it also turns your grenades into kind of the cobweb grenades, so you can throw the cobweb grenades if you want to. And also it gives you a better knife, so you can actually melee a lot quicker with the green knife, and it does a lot more damage. So this also works with the bowie knife, so it gives you better melee for any basically melee weapon, which is great. And yeah, Widow's Wine is Widow's Wine. It claims the crown. So yeah, I love Widow's Wine. It does have a couple of disadvantages, like you can end up ruining trains with Widow's Wine, but the reason I made this first best perk instead of PhD or Juggernaut is because, you know, Juggernaut does help you stay alive, but it doesn't help you, you know, clear any zombies or get you out of those really bad situations that are just, you know, going to be fatal. But PhD also, you know, you have to manually use that, whereas Widow's Wine, it saves you from the things that you just don't know what's going to happen. So yeah, Widow's Wine, it claims first perk, the best perk in the game, and yeah, it's the best perk as of now, in my opinion. You know, my opinion always changes, but Widow's Wine, I just had to put it there. So yeah. But without further ado, we are going to wrap things up. Make sure if you haven't already to absolutely smash the subscribe button and to ding dong the notification bell for updates on future content such as live streams and videos. My mouth is extremely drying, my saliva is all frothy right now because I've been speaking for like the last half hour. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to absolutely, you know, slap a like down below. I said absolutely again, that's normally what I say for subscribing, but yeah, I'm speaking a lot, so I'm going to just wrap things up before I just keep speaking too much. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Peace.